Welcome back to my channel. And first and foremost, I'm gonna be recreating this look. Can't you do it? Let's see. More importantly, I'm gonna be sharing like my experiences while dating sober. Boy, do I have the tea for you today. I've been single for 8 months. Don't know where time is going, but throughout this process, I'm like, trying to figure out who I am that much more, and did this really scary thing, and I went on a date completely sober. No schweed, no wine while getting ready, no wine or bevy at the dinner date, and I went in kind of cold. I was so incredibly nervous, but it turned out being the best experience ever, and so I continued on with that choice. So let's get into it. I took so many notes last night. I cannot wait to share some like the things I've learned, my experiences, and things I'm taking away while doing this. I've just grown to learn that I make the best decisions when I am in a sober state, especially with like strangers. You want to get all the good information about who that person is in front of you first and foremost. Like, yeah, you want to make a good first impression, but what is their first impression that they're giving you? I want to make genuine and authentic connections and just see where it goes with a clear head and nothing else in the way. I don't do situationships. I don't do hookups. I find that incredibly boring. To each their own, but that's my personal preference. It doesn't resonate with me. I've really enjoyed getting to know a few different men in the past few months, and I've learned so much about myself along the way. And I think that's like the most fun in dating, is meeting new people. Like, we all have unique stories to tell. What's so funny, totally not my shade for non-self-tanning days. Do not. I have been obsessed with this blush ever since it came out. It's the Pale Petal from Makeup by Mario. I use it every time I put my makeup on. One thing I have been doing, if I want a little fun drink while I am getting ready, because that is a part of the girl process of getting ready, I'll make like a little fun mocktail. I've been using like Splendrift and mint and muddled berries. I got asked this question the other day. Have I completely cut out alcohol, like entirely, or is it just for the dating? I really don't drink. I really don't. Like, especially during the weekdays, I've got other things to do. I'm not drinking at all. But I will say, like, if I want to have a glass of wine, I'll have a glass of wine. But that's usually kind of like as much as it goes. The guys that I've been on dates with have never been weird about me not drinking. And honestly, a good chunk of them don't drink as is, so it was incredibly seamless in making that like known. It's like, I don't really drink, it's like not really my thing. And they're like, oh, like I don't drink either. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Makes things so easy. But like, even if I were to receive feedback like, oh, that's weird, or fill in the blank, automatic like sign, hi, I don't need to be, this is not an alignment. Like, if you find anything that I do weird for no reason, for any right reason, to the garbage you go. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the first things like I was really starting to acknowledge, and still acknowledge to this day, is like, if someone finds what I'm trying out weird, to the garbage bin, you know? It's an automatic red flag. One thing I wasn't expecting was how many dates it would take me to kind of get comfortable with the idea of going on date sober. Like, I really do enjoy putting myself in those uncomfy situations because I know I can learn a lot. Then times where I'll just like sit in my car and like my date's waiting on me, and I'm like doing a little quick breath work session just to like regulate myself. And I mean, that's one of the things that's been helpful, is like learning other ways, other healthy ways to cope with the feelings I'm dealing with. If I'm meeting someone for the first time or second time, third time, like that person's a stranger. I should be anxious to meet them. I should be a little nervous. Like, that's healthy. I think that's normal, and something I definitely had to take some time getting used to. I definitely had to relearn how to be more open with my heart, and it's something I'm still working on. And like, I swear each date I go on, I'm getting a little bit better, and I get so happy because by the end of the dates, I'll come back home and I'm like, girl, I'm so proud of you. And it's just like this little moment with myself, and no one ever knows about it. And I find that really encouraging, even if the date doesn't go like as planned. I'm not obviously with my man, so it's not like anything is completely landed from all of these dates, but I've been using them as ways to learn. And like I said, all these guys have been really awesome, like really, really cool. When a situation doesn't go as I'd hope, I'm like totally okay with it. What's meant to be will always be. So like, I'm never gonna be in a situation I'm not supposed to be in. That person wasn't for me. Okay, that's cool. I wasn't for that person. Okay, cool. Like, what's next? If there's one thing this past year has taught me, is that literally if something's not working out, something more beautiful is on the other side. Each guy I've gone on a date with is better than the last. So as we see here, it's like super glossy, very shiny, and like kind of minimal. I think I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of like brown right here just to like contour the eyelid real quick and then pack it on with shine. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. We know her, we love her. But let's get into some learnings I've had while dating sober and intentional. First and foremost, going on these dates sober, more playful. I don't know what it is. Like like the moment I see someone that I'm supposed to go on a date with, I'm like, all nerves go away and I'm just like meeting another person, making like connections. Not only like having that mindset really helps. And you forget that you're not even drinking like throughout the date anyway. Like drinking really doesn't become not only a topic of conversation, but even like a thought. In respects to dating, seeing like these red flags, you can catch that so much quicker. I'd rather be now in the first few dates than way later down the line, right? Like it's just so much more efficient. So we love that. And if I'm being honest, I just have better self-control when I'm not drinking. Like I have an evening routine. I have a dog to get home to. I love being spontaneous and I can absolutely be spontaneous, but I can't forget my ingrained things that I have going for me that I've set for myself in the evening. Like, hello, I'm not just gonna throw that down the garbage for this man I just met. Liquid courage is fake. That's another thing I've learned. It's kind of hysterical. It's so fake. Create the courage for yourself. Something that really helps me whenever I'm feeling super nervous is like, I'll look in the mirror when I'm fully done up and ready and I'm like, you're a bad bitch. You are so hot. And sometimes, especially when I'm nervous, like it's good for me to say those things back to myself because I'm like, remember, I'm like, oh yeah, I am a bad bitch. Like, oh yeah, like as if I forgot. It just helps, okay? And then turning up my playful music and like dancing around my place and like hyping myself up. It's so much fun. Like I don't even care about liquid courage anymore. I'm like, I am courage. Like when you're able to create a safe space and an understanding with yourself that you are physically and mentally in a great space and you can compliment yourself like that, you don't need other people's validation. So that courageous spur of you looking in the mirror like you are so incredibly hot, you are so magnetic, it's so much fun to go out and meet new people and already speaking into existence like great things, it just helps. The next thing I'm doing is I'm using this Primavera glittery color. I'm just gonna like pack it on my lid, starting in like the center and then going in towards the inner corner. Yeah, so it's the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. And something that's great about these that you may not know is that if you put like mascara on and it gets on your eye, you can like use this a little bit and it'll kind of like, it'll take the mascara off. At this point, I'm just grabbing anything with glitter and adding it on my eyeshadow. The new Rosy Quartz. You see that? Cute. Another really great question I got asked yesterday was, will I ever bring drinking back into the equation in terms of dating if I'm dating someone maybe a little bit more long-term? Gradually bring it back in any relationship that I like start to cultivate. I'm definitely not opposed to bringing it slowly into the equation. Right now, the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to make sure I'm making the right decisions for myself. I'm honestly exploring what making genuine connections are like without alcohol. But I think I definitely would gradually bring it back in. Like I think that's part of like the fun and exploring each other's like different sides like within a relationship. I really appreciate you guys asking these questions too because it's really helped me kind of put together what I want to share, but also like what sounds interesting to y'all. I love it when we get to have these conversations like in the DMs. Last and certainly not least, we have lips. I think that's really gonna tie the whole look together. Her lips are so juicy and it has like kind of this like red and orange touch. So it took me a second to kind of figure out what I wanted to use for this look. But I think I've nailed what can give me that same result that she has. I'm gonna go in with a NYX lip pencil and ambition statement. Oh, I love the name of that. And we're just gonna line the lips. A hack I learned on TikTok is, oh, that worked really well. Putting a lip plumper on like 5 to 10 minutes before you put on your lipstick and stuff. And well, it'll plump up your lips while you're, you know, putting on your eyeshadow or whatever you're doing. And then right before, you wipe it off and then you apply like your lip liner and whatnot. And I thought that was genius. I really love NYX lip products. I think they're really killing it in the game. The NYX Lingerie XXL liquid lip in shade Peach Flirt. Yes! That is exactly the color I was hoping it would be. This is like the YSL Shine Stick. It's not the official name, but I kind of can't remember it. The labeling's a little difficult. But I'm just gonna put this on to give more shine. But that is the finished look. It's giving holiday, it's giving fun and flirty vibes. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. It not only supports me and my channel, but will also let you know when new videos are out. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks again.